Hey everyone, I'm Ashley Bullington and you're watching the fifth quarter. It's our Friday night wrap-up show where we bring you all the things happening around the Metroplex on the high school sports scene. And we're coming at you a little bit early this week as the UIL has postponed the state tournament down in San Antonio for boys hoops. This is along with many other suspensions of seasons or cancellations as the NCAA has done for their spring seasons, but a big outpour for these sports as games have been moved back, postponed, canceled, whatever it is. Our producers, Robert Sheik, Ward Fasold, and Matt Bragg, were all down on the scene in San Antonio and got reactions.
Question is how disappointing is it for you and your kids coming down here to repeat and not even get a chance to get going?
Well, we're stoned right now. Disappointed. It's not anything that any of us have ever dealt with before. I told my guys when I addressed the team when we got back to the hotel that, I feel like I'm the one that's supposed to have answers for them in every situation, and I don't have any answers right now because nobody does. We were excited to come down and have a chance to compete against the best in the state and show that we belong there as well.
It's a big disappointment. I was really looking forward to playing this team. They're a great team. I feel like we got a great coaching staff, great team. I feel like it'd be a good game. To not be able to play them is almost like a letdown almost. The results, nobody knows who's going to win or lose, but just getting that experience of playing them in the Alamo Dome again, it would be great.
We're obviously pretty shocked about the situation because we actually take pride in coming up here and getting to compete. We're pretty disappointed that this decision was made because we were ready to play, we were ready to get after it, and we're more shocked though because nobody's ever been in this situation. But yeah, it's pretty disappointing because we really wanted to get a chance and get after that state title.
Earlier today, we made the rather unprecedented decision to suspend indefinitely the Boys State basketball tournament due to growing concerns around COVID-19 and the coronavirus. Those of you who know us well know that this was a very, very difficult decision, a very painful decision for us, but one we felt was in the best interest of everybody involved. Over the past several weeks, we've been in regular contact with the Texas Education Agency and other state and local agencies related to these concerns in preparation for all of our events. As the situation has escalated over the last week and a half, I've been in daily contact with TEA and with these other agencies so that we could stay abreast of the most current information and make informed decisions as best as possible. This is a situation that is changing very rapidly. We will say that working with the Alamo Dome and their staff has been a pleasure. They have done a tremendous job in responding to the concerns related to the coronavirus, implementing a really well thought out mitigation plan that involved sanitizing locker rooms, literally wiping down and disinfecting every seat in between sessions in the arena, having extra custodial staff in the high traffic areas, wiping down the high touch surface areas regularly, sanitizing locker rooms after one team leaves before the next team is given access. So they've done a great job in their mitigation efforts. But unfortunately, we reached a point where we felt like suspending the tournament was, again, best for all involved. We realized that making this decision and the decisions we made prior to limit the number of fans in the building was not the most convenient for the communities here supporting these teams and for the state tournament fans in general. But we felt like it was the best we could do to do our part to help keep our great state healthy. We're working around the clock right now to develop contingency plans. I will tell you, it is our goal, it is our hope, it is our intention to complete this tournament at some point in the future. It is our intention to complete our other state championship activities and our academics competitions, music competitions, and athletic competitions whose seasons have not been completed so far. Once we have these contingency plans better completed, which we hope is in the very, very near future, we will be communicating out to schools on how we can address the rest of the school year and the rest of these seasons. Again, we have incomplete information at this point. We don't know what will happen next. This is an unprecedented event. It has escalated at a pace that is just different than any of us have experienced in the past. And so we will see. We will stay in touch with all of the correct agencies that we need to, continue to take the advice of the health agencies and Texas Education Agency and other agencies as we continue to address these concerns.
Don't forget to catch our extended coverage of the high school football season each week on The Warm-Up, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents. We will get you ready for all the action this Thursday on all our social media outlets. Watch Inside High School Sports to catch this week's MVP, brought to you by GiveMeTheVin.com. These MVP athletes make it look easy, just like GiveMeTheVin.com makes it easy to sell your car. The Inside Story is driven by your North Texas Honda dealers. Right now, they can help you get great deals on award-winning Hondas. It's their job to be helpful, so stop by your local helpful Honda dealer today.
Welcome back to the fifth quarter. We have the producer of Wingstop Inside High School Sports, Ward Fasold, on with us. Wizzy, what was the atmosphere like yesterday at the Alamo Dome after it had been announced that the tournament was postponed?
Yeah, it was a weird scene. I was back in the media room where the Madison game was going on. That's when the rumors started trickling through that after the 3A games they were going to suspend the rest of the Boys State Tournament. And of course, I had to go confirm those. And once I did, the fans that had teams playing at the moment, they didn't really get caught up in it that soon. But I made a few phone calls to Dwayne Gregory at Timberview and Brandon Thomas, the Faith family, and David Peavy over at Duncanville, and they were all clueless to what was going on, but they just hoped their boys had another chance to play, which UIL says it's going to happen. They say they're going to try as much as they can to get them to finish this thing out, and whether it happens in May or just before graduation or whatever, they want to give these kids a chance. So they dangled a little hope in front of them. But as far as the arena was last night, it was obviously, as soon as the last game ended, they came out with the, Purell and the Lysol, and they wiped down the whole arena. It was actually kind of a cool thing to say that they were taking their due diligence as far as getting the thing cleaned up. But once those lights went out, we started walking back to the car. We were like, okay, I guess we're not coming back to tomorrow or the next day. It's kind of a crazy feeling. But I will say the UIL Deputy Director, Jamie Harrison, did speak on, they have contingency plans A through F that they're going to try to work through, and they'll probably go through every letter in the alphabet to try to get these last couple games played. It may not be down here in San Antonio. They may be in random arenas throughout the state of Texas, but they want to give these boys a chance to play for a state title. So we will see, I guess. I mean, Coach Thomas from Faith Family told me they're going to just keep practicing. As long as they're allowed back in their school, there's still that whole scare that they should stay home for a week. Some districts are doing that, but they're just going to keep practicing as if they have an opponent coming up at some point, and they will get ready for a game that may or may not ever happen.
And what are the repercussions that you see coming from the tournament being postponed, potentially having the maybe getting canceled if this were to keep on?
Yeah, that's a real possibility for this year, and the first time ever that the titles will be vacant. They will not have a champion for all the different classifications if they can't get it done before the summer, and that's a real thing. And you feel bad for the seniors on these teams. You hear the same thing for college basketball as well, but you got seniors that this is their dream. I mean, you take a team like Wiley, they haven't been here in God knows how long, and they finally make it to state, and they don't get a chance to play, and they may never get a chance to play, and that's just out there. They'll have a story, whether they want to tell it or not, to their grandkids about how they made it to state and never got a chance to play for a title. So, and we had 5 teams that were going for repeats too, and it's always nice to have. It's always good to put on your resume that you want it back to show your dominance, that you want it back to back. But they may not get a chance either. So it's a weird deal. We're all trying to cope with it. So we will see what happens.
And what can we expect this week on Wingstop Inside High School Sports?
Well, on a lighter note, we have a nice inside story on Richardson Pierce. They made the playoffs as well, and just before they took on a Waxahachie team, they went out and did some community service. They went to the North Texas Food Bank and helped distribute food to the needy. A very nice deal, and it helped them bond as a team as well. It's a good feel-good story. We will have our newcomer of the year come in to get a bobblehead. That's Arterio Morris from Kimball. He had an amazing season, so he'll be coming on with his coach, Nick Smith. And we're going to go more in depth into this coronavirus cancellation of the tournament. So we'll have a jam-packed show. We'll have something that you guys will want to see. So tune in. There may not be a lot of basketball highlights, but there will be a lot of information.
Around the U.S., people are taking precautions, which means that the UIL State Tournament has been postponed until further notice. But Wingstop Inside High School Sports has not been postponed. We will still be on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC5, hosted by Pat Doney. We'll have reactions from down in San Antonio, some more recaps from girls' state championships, and more on this week's episode. One more time, Wingstop Inside High School Sports is not canceled. It will be on tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. on NBC5. Until then, I'm Ashley Bullington, and thank you for watching the 5th Quarter.